Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the chaos brewing within the Chicago Sky. What was supposed to be a new era with rookie sensation Angel Reese is quickly turning into a disaster. From toxic locker room tension to star players ready to leave, Reese's arrival might be the beginning of the end for the Sky's championship hopes. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Is Angel Reese's massive ego causing the team's collapse, or is there more to the story? Let's break it all down. But before further proceeding in video, please make sure to subscribe for more WNBA updates. We know it takes some of your time and we appreciate it.
Maybe she wants to leave, which is the most interesting part of it. Could there be a player in Chicago she wants to get away from? Can you imagine her wanting to leave a team to get away from somebody?
Remember when Angel Reese was being hailed as the next big star in basketball? Well, now some of her own teammates are singing a different tune. One anonymous player from the Chicago Sky recently revealed surprising thoughts on what it's really like playing with the rookie sensation.
Is Angel Reese, did she just run a coach out of town, and is she running a player out of town? Their best shooter out of town? Because Chennedy Carter looks like she's ready to book it out of Chicago.
When the Chicago Sky selected Angel Reese, they believed they were bringing in a future cornerstone player, someone who could lead them back to championship glory.
With the 7th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Angel Reese, LSU.
However, instead of uniting the team, Reese's arrival seems to be causing division, with many people pointing to a serious culture issue within the squad.
Well, what happened to the culture? Who torched the culture? Who's selfish on the team that would cause the culture to melt down?
Let's start with Reese's performance on the court. There's no denying her talent. She's putting up solid numbers and showing glimpses of the dominance we saw at SU. But the problem is, those stats aren't translating into victories, and that's where things begin to unravel.
What's crazy about this is she had Angel Reese's back, and I can't help but wonder, is that what happened here? Is Angel Reese and the way she wants to play, and I don't know if you've ever noticed her social media posts, but she's very me, always.
Reports are circulating that Reese's me-first attitude is creating significant tension in the locker room. One veteran player, speaking anonymously, revealed it was clear who Reese was trying to please, and it wasn't the team. Not exactly the team-first mentality you want from your supposed franchise player. To make matters worse, players are reportedly leaving due to the toxic atmosphere.
You may have a player that has decided that she's had enough of that. So I think it's going to be interesting what's going to happen. And there was a very interesting report that came out about some of the things that were going on behind the scenes with the Chicago Sky. And it seemed that Weatherspoon had hitched her wagon, so to speak, to trying to pump up, make Angel Reese a superstar, elevate her in a rookie year.
Do you remember Teresa Weatherspoon's brief time as head coach? Well, there are rumors that Reese received special treatment under Weatherspoon, which definitely didn't sit well with the rest of the team. It's like throwing fuel on an already blazing fire.
Many times in the midst of that double-double streak, where it felt like it was more important to the Sky for Angel Reese to get a double-double than whatever the result was on the scoreboard. That's the way it felt to me in some of those games.
You might think she's just a rookie, give her some time, and you'd be right. But here's the bigger issue: Reese's social media presence is also raising eyebrows. Rather than celebrating her teammates or the team's successes, she focuses on her personal achievements. She even stated that she believes she'll go down in history as a major reason people started watching women's basketball.
I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that. Like, it's not just because of one person.
Talk about confidence, right? But could that confidence be turning into something more problematic? Look at what's happening. Marina Mayer left, and Chennedy Carter is practically begging for a trade on social media. Is all of this because of Angel Reese? It's starting to look like her growing ego might be driving a mass exodus from Chicago.
It's, how about team? What happened to that? Well, it's wild. She plays the victim. She has turned into the heavyweight champ, the Muhammad Ali of victims.
Some critics are even drawing comparisons between Reese's impact and that of other star players who caused similar drama in the league. And that's not a comparison any young player wants. The Sky thought they were drafting a cornerstone player to build around, but they might have ended up with a wrecking ball instead, tearing apart everything they've worked for. So what happens next? Can the Sky harness Reese's undeniable talent while reining in her ego? Or is this the beginning of the end for Chicago's championship dreams? One thing is certain, the Angel Reese experiment in Chicago isn't going as planned, and the Sky's problems are about to get even worse.
Chicago Sky franchise has been an absolute dumpster fire since winning the WNBA championship in 2021. Let's go through some of the names that have left. James Wade, who was the coach and GM, left in the middle of the season last year to go to the NBA. Candace Parker, Emma Messman, Courtney Vandersloot, Allie Quigley. Clea Copper was traded.
Many players have left the Sky, but when a key player like Marina Maybach jumps ship, you know something serious is wrong. Maybach's departure was just the tip of the iceberg. The Sky's championship culture is now gone, replaced by a toxic environment driving players away.
Now, Marina Mabrey, she's already flown the coop on this team, and it was quote-unquote because of culture. Well, what happened to the culture? Who torched the culture?
But let's rewind a bit. Remember Teresa Weatherspoon's short stint as head coach? It was brief, chaotic, and it left the Sky in disarray. One player even spilled the beans, revealing that it was obvious who Weatherspoon was trying to please, and it wasn't the team. In just one season, Weatherspoon fractured the locker room so badly that players started fleeing.
Definition of stat padding: you are down by 22 points, and you've got the Fever's bench player, bench player, bench player, bench player, bench player, playing against bench player, bench player, bench player, bench player.
And it only gets worse. Under Weatherspoon, the Sky's record was a miserable 13-27. That's not just bad, it's catastrophic. Exit interviews revealed that players were fed up with her tactics and communication style. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion, with the front office just sitting there doing nothing.
From the beginning, it was clear that Weatherspoon's inexperience would be a difficult hurdle to overcome. Weatherspoon's inability to keep the team schematically prepared was evidenced by rotations and poor late-game play calls. So basically, criticism of Weatherspoon, her failure to maximize rookie Camila Cardoso, the number 3 overall pick. According to league sources, Weatherspoon had lost the locker room because of a culture that catered to the needs of a few players.
So, what does the future hold for Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky? Can they salvage this season and rebuild their culture? Or has the damage been done? With players leaving and the franchise in turmoil, it's clear the Sky are facing some serious challenges. What do you think? Is Angel Reese the savior or the downfall of this team? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on the Sky's dramatic season.